Full face with graphic liner using only Catrice and maybe a bit of Essence products. Hello guys, I'm Val, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing the full face of makeup from drugstore, specifically Catrice and a bit of Essence, because those two brands are pretty much sister brands. They are produced by Cosnova, mostly in Poland, I think some in Italy. Yeah, they're both German brands. I wanted to try out how it all can look. I don't have all the products, but makeup is not only genderless, it's multifunctional. So if you have a concealer, you can definitely use it to cover all your face. If you have a blush, you can use it as eyeshadow. And to prove that, today I'm doing exactly that. Starting off with the liquid Camouflage high coverage concealer. I'm just placing it randomly all over my face. It's not the perfect match, but it's good enough. And this is what the most important. I think it's just a bit more beige because my face is really pinky, I guess. And I'm just using the big brush. I think it's supposed to be a foundation brush or like blending brush, and I'm just blending it into the skin. More of a light coverage concealers are usually great for this type of looks. Full coverage might be a bit too much for some people, but some prefer that as well. The difference is that concealer is usually like what, 5 milliliters or 12 milliliters maximum is what I've seen, and the full face usually needs a bit more than that. That's why foundations are like 30 to 50 milliliters. So yeah, this is the base. It does not look too bad. Now I can do my eyebrows, and then we switch to the eyes and then to the face. For the eyebrows today I'm using the Catrice Super Glue styling gel. It's not the best product in my opinion because it's just leaving some kind of the mask, almost like glue supposed to. It does hold things nicely. This I cannot say is bad, but if you like to scratch your eyebrows or something during the day, that is not good. You're gonna get all of it fluffed out and just not being there for you, you know? So this is gonna be the brows, and I also will use once it's dry, I'm going with some pencil. It's a creamy, very slim pencil, and I'm just adding few strokes where I'm missing them rather than going over everything. That's how I lately been doing my eyebrows, and I really like the technique, so maybe some of you also will like it. Now going into the eyes, I wanted to make something really nice, and I have this Catrice Blooming Hibiscus. It's a blush and it reminds me a lot on NARS blush. Let me show you the comparison. NARS is just a bit more sheer compared to this. This is very pigmented, almost duochrome like. This one is more sheer to it. It has a lot of sparkles, but this one you can see on camera it shifts because of how much color it has in it. So I'm gonna use it on the eyes, just all over. I don't have any primer, but I can use concealer. Concealer is good for everything, so I'm just gonna put a bit here and just distribute it with my fingers. Fingers are such an underrated tool. Honestly, I don't know how to do some of the makeups without fingers, just using other tools. So I'm using the fluffy brush and this blush, and if I need to add more, I will use just my fingers. So I'm applying it all over, trying to concentrate it on the lid and then blending out the same one underneath and the other eye. I'm sorry if my camera gets out of focus. I do not really control this right now. As far as I don't have an operator, sometimes it becomes very hard to see what's happening if I'm in focus, if I'm in the frame in general, especially when filming the vertical videos. You can easily get out of the frame and then you can just do nothing about it. So if I'm not looking directly into camera to you, I'm probably looking into my monitor or my mirror just because I need to see. And yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot do makeup without a mirror right now. That's just life. So for the top, I will be using micro slim eye pencil. It's supposed to be waterproof and it's really thin, which I like, 1.5 millimeters, and I can just line my eyes with it instead of eyeliner. And I'm just drawing some eyeliner, something like that, and the same on the other eye. It's very hard to focus and speak at the same time, so I'm trying to edit my videos in a way that you can still get some information, but it's not too boring to listen to me. This pencil breaks easily. That's the only problem I have with it. Like, it's great, but which actual pressure are you supposed to build up on this pencil to make it work and at the same time not break? This whole thing with the eyeliner can be slightly slightly blend it. Everything drops and everything falls, and that's my life. So I'm using just an angled brush and blending out all of the liner, make it more vanished kind of. Now we can take something more colorful. I'm gonna be using probably blue this time, and I want to make some shapes and some shading underneath, just for the loose, I guess. These pencils are very creamy, which I enjoy. They are better on the plain skin, if I can say that, rather than the skin that is with eyeshadow already. But they're still very blendable, and I think I can just blend out the extra. So it's like a slight blue outline on the pink background. Well, that's not too bad. And as you can see, I'm only blending the top edge, and the lower edge stays pretty much the same, so I can have this little pinky shade inside. Now I want to use also Essence pencil. This is Inner Eye Brightening Pen. It's actually very pretty and it works well on the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use it also to separate my brown from my blue, like a mistakes eraser. Ideally all of this need to be set, but I don't have anything like an eyeshadow from Catrice right now because I did not buy the new palette. I have too many palettes already. So eyeshadow are out, but I have a highlighter, and highlighter is still a powder. This is called Glowing Peony. It's baked highlighter, and I think it will look good on the areas where I placed all the weights. So it's a bit swirly, and you're just nice glowy thing, I guess. And also this same highlighter into the inner corner. Getting back to the brows, I'm using dark slim brow pencil, ultra precise. This has the same issue as their slim pencils for eyes. They're just falling into nothing if you press too much. But this I'm using with little stroke over the hairs that are now kind of bind with the gel, and this will be the result. I will add photos in the close-up so you can see better what I mean. For the face and bronzer, I don't usually use bronzer, I need contour, but we don't have much of a choice right now. I do have this Holiday Skin Luminous Bronzer, but it's an old collection, and I wanted to try something from the new stuff that they have. And I found this. This is actually a body highlighter bronzing addiction, and it's a big freaking bottle. It's very good for the photo shoots or for the summer, and I'm not sure that it's gonna look good on me, but I would still try it. So my tactics will be to grab a bit of it. As you can see, it's new. Oh, come on, just pump it already. Okay, this is more than enough. And if I say more than enough, it's truly more than enough. I'm gonna take my finger and dab it lightly here. And then this is also Catrice with Maxime Giacomo. He's a German YouTuber, and the brushes actually were pretty good, but I did not try anything else from the collection with him. Does it actually do something? I guess it bronzes up, but it's very golden. That does not look too bad. I'm not mad at it. For like some golden elements and photo shoots, I will definitely use this stuff. And it smells nicely. So if you're not into fragranced stuff, don't get this. Okay, better than I expected. Let's do the rest in here. Nobody sees that area anyway. If you blend it in, it's actually nice golden shine, but I'm not the biggest fan of fake tans. That's why probably for me it's not the best. I'm still lacking some definition, I would say, because this just adds gold and that's it. So I will add a bit of this and hope that it's actually fine. Orange cheeks, done. I will blend it up. Hold on. So I used just a brush with my concealer on it, like whatever is left from the blending, and I'm bringing it a bit down to make it match my skin better. And now it's not too bad, I think. For the highlighter, I always wanted to try this all over glow tint. This is a very interesting product, and the same issue. It's very liquidy and you only need a tiny bit. I'm using just a tiny bit, so let me try to swatch it also. Just a gleam, just a bit of shine. And this, what I will use on the top of the cheeks, right here. And the blush I'm not gonna use because this is a lot. Glowing like a Christmas tree. Overall, I think it's not bad at all. As you can see on the reflections of my lights, it's not bad. So the final thing that I want to do is a bit of lips. I don't have lip product, but I have this blush, and it's Catrice Limited Edition Sparks of Joy blush stick, and I've swatched it and it's not very good for cheeks. It's like the Benetint but does nothing. So this is concentrated, this is blended. So for maybe very natural look, when you don't use a lot of makeup, makeup, don't use full face, don't do this kind of stuff, it might be good. But I did not like how it overall performs. But I thought that it reminds me of the lip stain thing. So I'm gonna attempt to use it on lips instead. You can use it as a blush, of course. I just did not like the texture. It's just a bit oily, balsamy kind of. Plus limited edition can be better. But blushed lips, I think it looks good. So, as I said, makeup is not only genderless, it's multifunctional. You should not be afraid to use the stuff, except maybe when it stains, then you have to be careful about your lips and eyes. But overall, you can use any product, anywhere, on your face and your body. It does not matter. Nobody will stop you and nobody will ever notice that you misused the product. Last thing I want to do is Ultra Last Fixing Spray, and this is also a new thing, or maybe not new thing, but it says to be transfer proof and waterproof. So how to test this stuff? I do have unset things here, and I have my phone. Swipe it. So there is no reflection to be caught, it seems, but yep, here. Hello. It does leave a stain. Here it is. This claims to be transfer proof. And this is what I will test. Nice mist. What I really like to do with this kind of stuff is take a fan and make it slightly more easy to dry. My camera is going crazy trying to focus on my fan. Okay, pancake look achieved. I mean the oiliness look from this stuff. There is no alcohol in all perfume, which is good sometimes, but I do look really oily. Now from my phone transfer, as you can see there is quite a stay. I will take a wipe it all off, come out clean. And what do you think? Is it transfer proof? I think not. Maybe it needs more time. Maybe I need to work it in a different way. But no, by default it's not working. Let me apply some lashes and let's talk about conclusions. That was a lot of fun, actually. I enjoyed this process. And is it worth actually spending some money on this kind of things? If you expect like transfer proof from fixing spray, I guess not, because it's definitely not transfer proof. Plus it's a fixing spray, it's not a setting spray, which means it only allows to combine these all things together, but it's not setting it to prevent from transfer. That's why I don't know why it's transfer proof and waterproof. I don't think it's true. Blush and highlighter are fun. Baked stuff sometimes can be really, really good. It's also very pigmented, at least the blush, as you can see on my eyes. And I enjoyed working with that. Will I use it as a blush directly? Probably not. It has a bit too much sheen and I'm not a fan of that. That's why I also don't do a lot of drugstore makeup hauls on my channel. It's just a kind of waste of money. Like any other makeup if you think about it, but some things are really fun to use. Pencils are always good to use. I do enjoy pencils and I will be using them. And the Catrice Liquid Camouflage is one of my favorite concealers and I use it in a lot of looks, which you can, by the way, see on Instagram. I post daily. And for all the other things, this little guy, not for me. For each their own, you know. This is kind of the vibe I'm giving, trying to give to everybody. Sungasm, photo shoots, summer, legs, perfect. All other stuff, probably not. I can live without that and I'm not really a bronzy girl, so I will have to just skip it for the face, but it's also just supposed to be body highlighter, so I guess that's justified and its purpose is achieved. This baked highlighter, 50-50, I'm not really liking it. This fun stuff is very interesting, but buttered pancake, again, I'm not sure that I'm a fan of this kind of things. I still have to use a lot. By the way, a small update on MAC. Unfortunately, the Cerumizer and the balm both have hyaluronic acid in them, which makes me break out and I won't be able to use it anymore. So if you are allergic to any of the acid or you start breaking out from it, most likely it's connected to the hyaluronic acid in the ingredient. Unfortunately, I did not want it to happen, but it happened. Anyway, this was a lot of fun and thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!